I can't keep going like this. Unfortunately, I don't have a choice because there's nothing I can do about it, and there's nothing anyone else can do about it, not even the doctors. Because it's the holidays, everyone's on vacation, there's nobody there to help me. And it's been like that for the last couple weeks. And it's like, I could go to the ER, but there's no point because the ER doctors don't know my situation, my condition, the specifics of everything well enough to be able to help me. So there's literally nothing that anyone can do. And at this point, it's just like, I can't keep doing this, but at the same time, there is no other option. And it just sucked. Like, I've in my last videos for the last couple weeks, I've shared everything that's been going on. Everything from like, the coughing up blood to going to the ER, all the appointments, the bad news, and everything, and the realizations and revelations and shifts, and surrendering and letting go and saying farewell to everyone. It's like I've shared all those things, but it's like because all those things were going on, I just never really had a chance to share the day to day, hour to hour experience of it. And honestly, it fucking sucks. Like, the last few weeks have really, really sucked. Like, sure, the last 8 months have sucked, but especially the last couple weeks. Like, it's gotten to the point where the breathing is constantly an issue. I'm constantly struggling to breathe. Even now, as I'm speaking, like, yeah, I'm able to speak normally, but I still have trouble breathing. I can still feel the tightness in my chest. And in fact, it's gotten to the point where my chest actually hurts from struggling to breathe. And, it's not always as intense, mostly during the night, which of course makes it very, very difficult for me to get sufficient sleep. The last couple nights have really sucked. I would say that's probably why I look exhausted, but let's be honest, I've looked exhausted for months and months at this point, so you probably can't really tell anymore. Plus, the other thing is, when I don't have breathing issues, I'm coughing. When I'm not coughing, I have breathing issues. Oh, and sometimes they overlap. And it's just like both of those things, the coughing plus the breathing issues, always puts stress on my chest, on my lungs, and that's what's causing the pain. And it's like, I've done what I can do. Like, every once in a while I take a pain pill, not because there's that much pain, just because that's pretty much the only thing that can help me sleep. But even then, that doesn't always work. And if I go to bed too early, then I'm not able to sleep yet. If I go to bed too late, it's like I miss my windows and my window and I can't like sleep, and it's just I'm gonna have a horrible night. And it's not like I have nothing. I do have the Ventolin that they prescribed a while back. I've been taking that for the last, week and a half, something like that. And it does help a little, but it only helps for a couple hours and only reduces the difficulty breathing. It never fully gets rid of it. And it's just like that, I've described it before, but that cycle of just never ending one thing after the other. And it's like, it just gets to the point where you can't handle it anymore. But at the same time, you don't have a choice but to handle it because literally the only solution at this point, given the fact that for now, for the time being, no one can help me, the only solution would be, hey, let me kill myself. And that is not something that I would ever do. It's not something I'm capable of. So there's literally no way out from it. And I know it's only temporary, and my doctors and my nurse, my pivot nurse, will be back in a couple days, and hopefully they can help. And if not, well, it won't really change anything. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, I am positive, and it's like, everything I've shared in the last couple weeks, it's like I've gone through those processes, surrendering to God, and that metaphor I spoke of in one of my last videos of just like, letting go and letting the ocean take me, and just accepting whatever outcome is destined to happen. And it's like, yeah, okay, that that does help, but it's like there are still times, and today is one of those times where it's like all that exhaustion and that trouble breathing and everything, and just like all that physical crap that I have to deal with on a daily basis just piles up to the point where you can't take it anymore, and it just sucks. And it's like today is one of those days, but it's like I know there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is wait. Hopefully, I'll be able to sleep better tonight. Hopefully, tomorrow will be better. But that's just it. Like, I never know what the next day's gonna bring, what the next night's gonna bring. I know no matter what, it's going to suck. It's just maybe it's gonna suck a bit, or maybe it's gonna suck a lot. I don't know. Either way, I know it's just not going to end anytime soon. And it's like, I do trust in God and whatever's meant to happen. And, if I'm meant to die, then my suffering will end eventually. But I know that it's not going to happen anytime soon. If I'm meant to die, it's going to be months, if not years, before it happens. If I'm not meant to die, well, odds are that there'll probably be a lot more suffering before I get better. So it's like, no matter what, it's like, I don't know, I think I've used this analogy before, but it's like running a marathon, but you never know where the finish line is. You don't know if it's a 26 mile marathon, or if it's like 50 ultra kilometer or mile ultra marathon, 100 miles, 500, 1,000. It's like you have absolutely no way of knowing when it's going to end. It's basically just constant suffering, and stopping simply is not an option. It's literally like, hey, you finish this marathon or you die, and the entire process sucks, and you don't get to know when it's going to end, or even really if it's going to end. For all you know, it's never going to end, and you're just going to keep going and going and going and going, and then eventually you just fucking die, and that's it. Yeah. It's funny because at this point it's been a while since my friend gave me the weed gummies, and I've been waiting till I felt better, a day where I'm like, okay, I feel good, I can fully experience this, and I'm starting to think like that day will never come because it's just pretty much been constant suffering at this point. So I'm considering today being like, fuck it, let's just get high and see what happens. So I don't know what I'll end up doing, but either way, I feel like today's gonna suck. And, I know that it's probably better to be optimistic, or at least neutral, in the sense of, hey, could be bad, could be good, we'll see what happens. I don't have the strength to do that right now. That's the thing. It's like when you get to the point where you're just so exhausted, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be the most positive person in the world. When you get to that point, it's just like, I don't fucking care anymore. So yeah, I don't fucking care anymore. But I guess I have to, because I don't know. Because I do. I don't. I don't know. I don't even know what the point of this video was, but I don't know. I guess it's important to share the journey, and this is what I've been going through the last couple weeks. So here we go. This is my life. My life sucks. Then it sucks some more. That's pretty much it. Anyway, not quite sure when I'm going to upload this video. Hopefully by the time I do that, I'm feeling better, but either way, I got nothing. That's the thing. At this point, it's like, I got nothing left in the tank. I think that's part of the reason why I surrendered to God, just because, like, I don't have the energy to keep trying to keep, not really fighting, because I haven't been fighting for a while, but it's like, I don't even have the energy to believe that I'll be okay. It's like, I don't know what will happen. At this point, I don't care. It's just like, hey, God, you deal with it. Like, I don't have the energy to deal with it. All I can do is just survive one day at a time, sometimes 1 hour at a time, And when it's really, really bad, it's like, all right, let's try to survive the next minute. So it's like, yeah, I guess that's one way to surrender. Kind of a crappy way, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, I'm going to end things here. So talk to you at some point in the future, and hopefully things will suck less then. Did that make sense? I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway, bye.